Hey guys, welcome to Ride VIP, the Ride Share channel. My name is Serge, and in today's video I want to tell you guys a story how a private rider decided to rip me off by handing me $40, 220s basically, with basically like fake money, which I called it funny money, and it also says basically copied money or something like that, like a copy. That's what it said on the actual money itself. So this passenger that I had, is a female passenger. She also had some roommate with her, and she was like literally like begging me for a ride. She said she was waiting for an Uber ride, but she needed to get out of there like immediately from the hotel. And I asked her like, okay, I could take you there, that's no problem, I don't have anybody currently. And I said, how much was your Uber ride? And she says 38 bucks. And she might have been lying, she might have not, doesn't really matter. But I said, I could give you a ride for 30. Is that okay with you? She says, yes. And I told her, I also have a meter where, let me show you what the actual meter, oh my gosh, what the actual meter looks like. This is the meter. I'm just gonna turn it off and ride. So I have prices for basically like Uber, Lyft, you know, what have you. So I had Uber Black turned on and I started the ride. And this is kind of like when you start off like Uber Black ride, it immediately starts you off at $60.41, and then what, like base fare $8. There might be like a multiplier or something set of here. Let me see. $2.33 a mile. Okay, there might be some kind of multiplier right now set that it actually does. 1641. I think it's like 1x, 2x. Yeah, it is. It's like a surge multiplier, which I could technically remove it. Well, never mind. Okay, but anyways, what does matter is I told her that normally I just basically do the, you know, like I have my own meter, and for the private rides it calculates per minute, per mile, you know, base fare and stuff like that. And so that's normal how I go, but I was willing to give it right for 30 bucks. But at the time I wasn't really sure what I was getting into, because it was just like her, and then basically like I thought literally I'm just giving her a ride, that's it. Okay, turns out she had so much stuff with her, and she also had some guy with her, which she said that was her roommate. Anyways, when I agreed for $30, she has taken a while to get in. She was still smoking a cigarette, and I said to her that you could finish smoking it, but there's no smoking on the inside, which for that she agreed. She totally understood, like it's fine. But with all that being said, she filled up my whole, like, well, no, I'm driving a Range Rover, guys. Just think about this, okay? I'm driving a Range Rover. She filled up my whole trunk all the way to the roof with a bunch of stuff, okay? And also my whole rear seat was filled up with a bunch of stuff. So her roommate was squeezed in like on a corner, like behind me, whatever space he had left, like that's where he was sitting. And then she sat in the front seat. I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit like of what I have to go through, right? And I'm like, and I already started thinking like, dang, like, you know, they're taking a while like to load up my stuff. Here I thought like when I said 30 bucks, she's gonna get in, I'm gonna take her there, it's gonna be done and over with, right? But that was not the case, because she had all this stuff and then she was taking a while. But she was apologizing, being apologetic and stuff like that. But anyways, the story does not end there, right? When she was outside and her roommate cannot hear, she was offering me basically services, let's just call it that. Just have a little bit of imagination what that means. I don't want to really say it. What kind of services she was offering me for a ride. To which I replied, I said, ma'am, I said, listen, I cannot even hear you. I'm really not sure what you're saying. Listen, let's just, you know, load up, and, you know, you could explain to me what are you talking about, because I don't hear what you're saying. Like I said, I really don't, and I'm not really sure what you're talking about, because it seems like you're starting from like the end that I really need to know from the beginning of the story. Like, I really don't understand what you mean, right? And she's like, okay, that's fine. And then a little bit later on, because her boyfriend or roommate is loading up the vehicle, so he's doing, so she's doing, all she's doing is doing a bunch of talking, so, and smoking, of course. And then he, you know, he got in and stuff, but she was still outside, and she's like, right again, trying to tell me the same thing, to which I replied exactly the same thing. I said, I'm sorry, ma'am, I don't know what you're saying. Let's just start the ride. And by the way, I said I need the money up front. So she said, I'm gonna give you $15 up front and then $15 later. And I said, that's fine, you know, to Raquel, which I don't even know why she's doing a half thing, trust issues or whatever. That's fine. I wasn't really worried about it. But anyway, she gets in, telling me all these stories and stuff like that, her life, blah blah blah, sub story and you know whatnot. But anyways, I was only charging her $30, but along the way she was like, so I owe you $20, right? I said, no, we agreed to 30. Oh yeah. And then she reminded me again, so it's $20, right? I said, no, $30, not 20. Oh yeah, that's right. And then we're just driving along, and I'm just kind of like telling the full story because I tried to explain this to you guys in the last video. Then I got a rider, and then I wasn't able to really explain to you guys in some details of what we have to deal with sometimes on daily basis with riders like this, okay? And I'm not even complaining. It's just, it's interesting though. It's interesting, okay? So anyway, she's telling me all of these different things in a car that's illegal. And then she's even offering me some illegal substances. You could imagine what that is. I said, nope, no thanks. And then of course she also said, again, now she repeated, she was telling me that, you know, she would like for me to give her rides for basically her offering me services that she provides. And she says normally she charges like 500, 600 bucks or whatever, which like, I don't care. But anyways, I told her, no, not interested, you know. So it's just 30 bucks, business transaction, that's it. So she apologized, blah, blah, blah. Keep telling me how handsome I am and stuff. But anyways, that's women for you. They like to play games. But anyways, the guy in the back, he seems like not to mind. He's backing her up on it, blah, blah, blah. It's only your body, he says. It's no big deal, blah, 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 you know. But anyways, that's not what the story is about. But I just wanted you to know a hint of what I'm dealing with here, okay? So as we're driving and we get finally to our destination, and there was no clear destination provided. They had like no address, but they were going to some hotel or some random place, I don't know. But anyways, I came to the middle of downtown in Rock Hill, South Carolina, from Charlotte. And then before I download the stuff, I'm like, listen, before you get your things, I need to get paid. So it's $30. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, no problem. So she gets her wallet open, and like she's got like so much money in there. So, and she's counting. She's literally like counting it out loud, like blah 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 blah, counting all the bills. And I'm like, I don't know why she's doing that. Like, I could see there's a couple hundreds, I see a bunch of 20s. Just grab me, you know, like 2 20s, because she said I'm gonna pay 40 bucks. I said okay, because she's, you know, I thought that's like a tip. And then she says, you know, she does not even give me money. She like leaves the money, then leaves the vehicle. I don't know what she's doing. And then she comes back. I remind her, I said, ma'am, I need to go ahead and, you know, collect payment, you know. Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna give you a very good tip, she says. I said, okay. She said, I'm gonna give you $16. She said, you have Cash App? For some reason, she wants to Cash App me that money, which is a red flag. I'm thinking, you got all that money right there, right? You know, basically she could have just like gave me, you know, a couple 20s. I would have been fine with it. Like, write this 30 bucks, give me 40 bucks, fine. Which I thought 40 bucks was gonna be sort of like with a tip. That's literally like what I thought. I was fine with it. But she's, no, I'm gonna give you $16 in Cash App. I said, okay, no problem. So she then Cash Apps me $16. I'm like, okay, that's weird that she splits it up like that. And then she's still counting her money. And then she hands me, well, she did not hand me. She takes 2 20s and says, oh, thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. Can I use you in the future? To which I replied, yeah, just fine. Here's my card, whatever, you know. And she says, I'll give you like $100 a ride. You know, that's what she's explaining. But, you know, people say all kinds of stuff. So I learned not to pay attention. Here's a card. I could always ignore it, you know, if I don't want to. But anyways, she takes the money, rolls it up sort of, and she sticks it in my cup holder. Imagine, so she's sitting in the front seat, and I'm sitting in the front seat, so she just rolls it up there. So she thinks, I guess, I'm a gentleman, right? I'm not even going to count the money. I'm not going to look at it because, you know, this is a female. I completely trust her. But no, I'm not that guy, you know. Not that I'm not a gentleman, but I'm a businessman after all, you know. So imagine this is at night. This is literally like 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, she's complaining about not getting enough sleep, blah, 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 you know. So I said, yeah, you gotta get your sleep, so I'll get you there, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, I turned on the light and I look at the money and I said, ma'am, you know, it says copy money here. I said, oh, what's that? She plays like an idiot. Like, it's just a little bit in red. It's printed. It's almost kind of like somebody did like a fake stamp on it, you know, on the money. So it almost seems like that. But I could already tell when I picked up the money, something was off about it. Like, I looked at it, I'm like, it's a slightly wrong color. Because I love money and I like to look at it like, you know, like basically I understand what money looks like, you know. So, and then I'm like, I look at it close, I'm like, yeah, these are not real, man. Like I said, yeah, this is funny money. And I was like laughing about it. Like I wasn't like being serious about it. I was not like telling her, oh, you're ripping me off. I didn't say none of those things. I just said, oh yeah. How did that get here? She says. How did that get here? I said, I don't know. Probably one of your clients ripped you off. I said, yeah, it's no big deal. I said, you could just give me a couple 20s over there. Like, so then she, of course, you know, immediately just, oh, I'm so sorry. She takes the money back. And then she gives me $40. Oh, make sure this is real. Just, you know, make sure you look at it as a real, you know. So I look at it. I'm like, yeah, of course, you know, it's got the watermark in there and everything, you know, on the $20 bills. So then I get that. But literally, guys, what do you think? Write in the comments below. Was she trying to rip me off or was it an honest mistake? So I want to hear your story. So I'm getting ready to pick up somebody, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself. See you guys in the next video. Bull Hardy. So how you doing, sir?
I'm all right.